There goes my plants.
So growing loquats in pots, it can be done, and they can be fruited. I wanted to show you some of the trees I have that are fruiting this year. This is a Panzarella loquat, which is really special to me, and it's fruiting finally. Got it to fruit. I've got all the fruit protected because something will come over here and try to eat it. But this is the Panzarella I grafted some time ago. It's in a kind of a decent sized pot there. I've got the bricks here so the squirrels won't mess with it too much. Let me show you the other one right next to it over here. I've been starting to put these stones, river stones, in because the squirrels keep digging into it. This one is Christmas. Little tree. It's only like a 3-gallon. It has a couple fruit on there. There's one here and one right there. So that one's doing okay. I'm gonna find my other ones and show you. This one right here is Aiden, another 3-gallon pot, or maybe it's 5. Anyway, this one's got a couple of fruit on it, which they look like they're about ready too. So, and then I've got this section right here protected by one of these little plastic fruit container things. So this one's fruiting. It's not a big plant either. It's probably about 4 feet tall. And we'll look at another one. This tree is not the happiest looking right now, but it's an Avri, and it does have some decent sized fruit on it. This is probably I don't know, 15-gallon pot, something like that. And I'm trying to protect it also from the squirrels, but look how big this fruit are. Pretty huge. Typically these are they're pretty big fruit. I just kind of let it dry out a little bit, so that's why it's kind of yellowing. But here's this tree. This one here is Tori, and all these I just kind of potted up so they don't look that great because I had them in these small pots for such a long time. But it has a lot of fruit on it. So, oh, here's one that fell off. I probably should go ahead and try that. But this is basically like a 2-foot stick with some leaves and a bunch of fruit up top. So I think once this tree gets larger and matures, then these fruit will get bigger. Well, I'm sure they'll taste good. And I think that's it for the fruiting ones, except for up front I have my Peluche that's fruiting. But that's in the ground. Actually, I had a couple more. This is actually Jim's Big White. Jim's Big White. And that looks good. These fruit look really delicious. I've got to try that. I got Jim's Big White on this side. And the other side I have Jazzy. That's Jazzy. This is Jazzy right here. Get a look at that. There's a pretty good amount of fruit on this one, if you can see them. So pretty happy. And if you want to, we'll just pan out and look at this tree. It's not really big. This is probably like a, I don't know, 7-gallon or something like that. So trees don't have to be huge for them to fruit if they are grafted. So we'll wrap it up with this. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you. Alright, so here's an update on the Avri. See, here's the fruits are pretty big. Some of them are large, some of them are extra large, but most of them are above average in size. Of course, these kind of self-thin themselves, so I didn't thin them at all. But some of the clusters that have more on them obviously are a little bit smaller, so these have the potential to get pretty big. But Avri is a good, nice, balanced flavor to it. Some tart, some sweet, but mostly sweet. And I don't have trouble really fruiting it. I grafted this tree a few years ago, and it hasn't really gotten that big, and it's producing a lot of fruit for this little tree it is. Doesn't look that great now, but once all the fruit get picked, it'll flush out and it'll fill out. But just wanted to give you an update on what it looks like now. This is an excellent variety for sure. So an update on this is a Panzarella loquat that I have, and that's the one fruit that's pretty huge, and there's a few of them up here that are pretty huge too. But just wanted to give you a comparison on a baseball compared to this. It's almost about that size, I guess. I guess it's almost the size of like a racquetball or something like that, but pretty good sized fruit. And they are I think typically they're really long, a long type fruit, but these on mine are more like oblong, but they're just about ripe. Probably should go ahead and start picking these. And this one still has a little bit green on it, so it's going to get a little bigger. This one's probably ready, but really nice and desirable variety to get. Huge fruit. And this one also I didn't thin out, but it is kind of self-thin, and luckily we had a light winter, not too a mild winter, so we ended up with some fruit that held. It's a nice big cluster over here, but just wanted to share an update about this tree. So, all right, another great variety to have.